सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। बोले श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो नमो नमः। हरि ओम। वेलकम टू अष्टवक्र गीता, verse 62 of chapter 18. निवृत्तिरपि मूढस्य प्रवृत्तिरुपजायते प्रवृत्तिरपि धीरस्य निवृत्ति फलभागिनी. Very beautiful verse. If the moodha, the one who does not know the truth, the reality of who I am, even if he is in the state of nivritti, even if he withdraws, he ultimately ends up in engaging in action. He ultimately engages in action, pravritti. Pravrittirapi dhirasya. While the wise person who knows the self, who knows who is the self, when he engages in action, nivritti phalabhagini, he shares the fruit of withdrawal inaction also, because he does not really engage in action in the true sense of the word. It is appearing as though he is acting, where because he knows the truth, he knows the reality, he is not really doing any action through the physical body, mind and intellect. As I am the doer of the action. Action is just flowing through him, like the energy and the air and the wind flow through the whole world. In the same way, action flows through him. Parigraheshu vairagyam prayo mudhasya drishyate dehe vigalitashasya kvaraga kvaviragatam. Parigraheshu vairagyam. In possessions, there is aversion. Prayaha mudhasya drishyate. The one who is ignorant of the truth, he may show as if he is averse to possessions. Dehe vigalita ashasya. Dehe vigalita ashasya. In the body, ones whose desires have all vanished. Kva ragaha kva viragata. Where is the question of attachment, or where is the question of withdrawal from all desires? So it is only the moodha, it is only the person who has got identification with the body as I, only that person is showing a kind of aversion, is displaying an aversion towards objects. Whereas the wise man, in whose body vigalita ashasya, all expectations and hopes have got dissolved in that consciousness. Kva ragaha, where is the question of attachment to something? Where is the question of desire for something? Kva viragata, where is the question of being free from desire? There is nothing, because there is nothing in him to desire or be free from desires. Bhavana sakta drishtir mudhasya sarvada bhavya bhavanaya satu swasthasya drishta rupini. Bhavana sakta. Bhavana means attached to ideation, thinking, thoughts. Abhavana is not thinking. He is neither attached to the drishtihi, mudhasya sarvada. The mudha or the ignorant person is either attached to some thought, or he is free from some thought, detached from some thought. Bhavya bhavanaya satu, bhavya bhavanaya, engaged in the ideation of objects, satu, swastasya, one who is established in the self, adrishta rupini, one who is of the nature of non-ideation, which is adrishta rupini. Adrishta means there is no ideation in that self. In that self, he is standing and abiding in that self, where there are no thoughts and there is no thinking. So, where is the question of bhavya bhavanaya? Where is the question of him being engaged in thinking about objects, ideation of objects? There is nothing, because he is abiding in the self, and in the self there are no thoughts. There is no there are no thoughts of any thinking or any thoughts in the self. It is free of all thoughts. When a person is abiding in that self, where is the question of that person thinking about anything? सर्वारंभेषु निष्कामो यश्चरेत् बालवन्मुनिः न लेपस्तस्य शुद्धस्य क्रियमाणेऽपि कर्मणि सर्वारंभेषु निष्कामः. Sarva arambha, in trying to begin something, he does not have any desire to begin something. Yaha charet balavan munihi. The little child will not try to begin any action. It will just play. When a ball is there, it will play. When a toy is there, it will play with the toy. When the toy is not there or ball is not there, the child will just be babbling something, whatever it can do, or if sleep overcomes, it will sleep. The child will sleep. In the same way, the Muni, he is not planning to do any work. He is not having a project in mind. And he is not giving a beginning date and an end date for the project. Sarva arambeshu nishkamaha. He does not have any desires for any project. Yaha charet balavat munihi. The Muni is moving around like a small child. Na lepastasya shuddhasya. For that nothing sticks to that person. Kriyamanepi karmani. Even if he is doing actions, the results of those actions don't bind to him. They don't stick to him. He is not bound by the results of his actions, because he is not desiring to do anything. He is not desiring to start anything. He is not going after some project, or he is not declaring that he is going to do anything. This is there in the Bhagavad Gita. Sarva arambha parityagi yo madbhakta same priyaha sarva arambha parityagi. That devotee who does not begin anything at all, that bhakta is very dear to me, says Bhagavan. Sayeva dhanya atmagnaha sarva bhaveshu yas samaha pashyan shrunvan sprishan jigran ashnan nistarshamanasaha. Saeva dhanya atmagnaha. That person who has realized the self is very blessed indeed. Dhanya. Atma Jnaha, the one who knows the self, is Dhanya, is blessed. Sarva Bhaveshu Yes Samaha. In all conditions, he remains the same. There is no difference in him. Whether there are highs in life or lows in life, he remains balanced. When we say he, it is the mind of that person remains balanced. Pashyan Shrinvan Sprishan Jigran. Whether he is seeing, whether he is hearing, whether he is touching something, feeling something, or Jigran, whether he is smelling something. Jigran, Jigran, Ashnan, whether he is eating something, Nistarsha Manasaha, the one whose mind is free from thirst, Trisha, thirst. There is no thirst or there is no desire in his mind. So, whatever actions he may be doing, there is no modulation or there is no change in the state of his mind. Kva samsarah kva chabhasaha kva sadhyam kva cha sadhanam आकाशस्येव धीरस्य निर्विकल्पस्य सर्वदा क्व samsaraha. Where is the question of modification and change? Modification and change has relevance if the mind is modifying and changing according to the modifications and changes that happen outside. If the mind knows no modification or no change, none of the modifications and changes outside are going to disturb the mind. Kwa samsaraha. So there is no samsara. What is samsara? Samsara is not the change and modification happening outside. When the changes, the disturbances, the ups and downs of life which are happening, when they disturb the state of mind, then only there is samsara. So, kwa samsaraha, where is that samsara for the yogi? Kvacha abhasaha. Where is there any appearance or the ego? Abhasa is the ego, the appearance. Kwa sadhyam, what is there to achieve? What is the end goal for this person? Kvacha sadhanam, what is the means for this person? There is nothing. There is no means, there is no goal, there is no ego, there is no samsara. Akashasya eva dhirasya nirvikalpasya sarvada. This dhira, the wise person, the brave person, akashasya eva, he is looking like the sky, as if he belongs to the sky. Nirvikalpasya, dhira, dhirasya. That dhira, who is free of thoughts, who is like the sky, sarvada, at all times. Where is the question of samsara? Where is the question of abhasa or the ego? Where is the question of a goal for him? And where is the question of the means to the goal? Sajayatyartha sanyasi purnaswarasanis nigraha akritrimo sajayatyartha sanyasi purnaswarasa vigraha akritrimo navachinne samadhiryasya vartate sajayati artha sanyasi. That sannyasi, the one who has given up all desires in life, sajayati artha. He cries hallelujah, or that is what Gurudev has mentioned here. He gives a cry, he gives a loud shout of joy. Artha sannyasi, one who has renounced all desires. Purna swarasa vigraha. Purna swarasa, he is a perfect embodiment of all bliss. Vigraha. Akritrimaha anavachinnaha. Akritrimaha, he is spontaneous. There is no plan to do something. There is no manipulation. There is no goal. He is so free. He is so spontaneous. Anavachinnaha. He is unlimited in his perception. He is unlimited in his thinking. The sky is his limit. Anavachinnaha. Samadhir yasya vartate. That is the kind of absorption of mind that this person has got. Bahunatra kimuktena ज्ञात तत्वो महाशयः भोगमोक्ष निराकांक्षी सदा सर्वत्र नीरसः. Bahuna atra kimuktena. What needs to be said even more than this? Jnata tattvo mahashayaha. About this mahashaya, like all the great people that are there, Swami Chinmayananda, Swami Tapovan Maharaj, Swami Shivananda, Jnata tattvaha, those who know the essence of that self, mahashayaha, that supreme person, noble person, bhoga moksha nirakankshi. Nirakankshi, there is no expectation, there is no desire for bhoga or enjoyment. Moksha is liberation. Sada sarvatra nirasaha. At all times, in all places, they are free of all passions. There is no rajas. There is no desire of I want this, I want that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to earn this much. I don't want to give this person, I want to give this person, I want to get from that person. I want to meet this person, I don't want to meet this person. I want to go to this place, I don't want to go to this place. All these kinds of desires are not there in that person. Nirasaha. Mahadadi jagadvaitam Nama matra vrijimbitam vihaya shuddha bodhasya kim krityam avashishyate mahadadi jagadvaitam. Beginning with the Mahat, the total intellect, this Jagat, the pluralistic world, Nama Matra Vijrumbhitam. This whole world is filled with names only, Nama Matra. Everything there are only different, everybody is only different names. We are only naming things all the time. Vihaya Shuddha Bodhasya. Without that pure renouncing, sorry, giving up the names and forms of this universe, the one with that pure consciousness, Kim Krityam, what is there to be done for that person? Avashishyate, what exactly needs to be done by that person? Which means there is nothing to be done by that person. Brahmabhutamidam sarvam kinchin nishchayi alakshya spuranas shuddha swabhavenaiva shamyati. Brahmabhutam idam sarvam. Everything in this world is produced by that illusion. Sarvam kinchin nishchayi. He is very clear, he is very sure that there is nothing that is exactly there in this world, in this universe, which means nothing that is worth giving our attention to is there in the universe. Alakshya spurana shuddhaha. Alakshya spuranaha. For whom that imperceptible truth is revealed to him, shuddhaha, the pure minded person, swabhavenaiva shamyati. He is just becomes tranquil by his own nature. His own nature is tranquility. The nature of that self is tranquility, and he is established in that self. So that is his own nature, and he is always in a tranquil state of mind. Shuddhaspurana rupasya drishya bhavam apashyatah kva vidhi kva cha vairagyam kva tyagah kva shamopi va. Shuddhaspurana rupasya, he is of the form of that pure consciousness. Drishya bhavam apashyatah, he does not see this phenomenal world. This phenomenal world does not exist for him, means he is not particularly seeing anything in this world. He is only experiencing that consciousness all around, that the light of that awareness all around. Ko vidhihi, where is rules for that person? Kvacha vairagyam, what does he need to withdraw from? Kva tyagaha, what does he need to give up? Kva shamaha apiva, what does he need to quieten down? There is nothing, because he is that very consciousness which does not have any giving, taking, running away, going towards. Nothing is there in that consciousness, and it is his own nature. He has realized the true state of consciousness. Spurato nanta rupena prakritim chana pashyataha kva bandha kva cha va mokshaha kva harsha kva vishadita. Spurataha ananta rupena, that ananta rupa, that endless form of consciousness is very clearly shining through him. It is expressing through him. Prakritim chana pashyataha. He does not even, not that he doesn't see the world, he doesn't even see the prakriti, which is the sattva, rajas, tamo, guna, maya. Prakriti. Ko bandhaha, when he does not see even that within himself, he does not see these qualities of sattva guna, rajoguna, and tamoguna. He is not aware of anything like that, because he is only experiencing that I am the seer of the sattva guna, I am the seer of the rajoguna, I am the experiencer of the tamoguna. All this he is the experiencer, seer, feeler, thinker, or speaker about that. Spurataha ananta rupena prakritim chana pashyataha kva bandhaha kvacha va mokshaha. So the last thing that can bind us is prakriti. Prakriti is made up of the three gunas: sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna. They are called guna for a name. Guna means also rope. A rope is that which binds us. It is these gunas that bind us. And he is not even considering them. He doesn't give any importance to that also. He is always abiding in that state of consciousness which is aware of the three gunas. then where is the question of bondage? Where is the question of liberation? Like the whole sky is there. You cannot hold the, nothing can hold the sky. Nothing can free the sky. The sky is always free. There was one, it's a very nice joke in Reader's Digest I read some time ago. Um, the girl's mother is there and the boy is proposing to the girl. So the boy says, I will put the whole world at your feet like a carpet. I will spread the whole world at your feet. I will bring the stars of the sky to give it to you. So the mother of the girl says that both that she's already having. What are you going to do? Something new? The stars are always there. You cannot do anything more to bring the stars to her. And the earth is always at her feet only. So what else you want to do? What else you propose to? How? What is the money you propose to earn that you tell me? So in the same way, consciousness is free all the time. There is no binding or there is no liberating that consciousness. And a person who has realized the consciousness also cannot be bound or cannot be liberated. Buddhi pariyanta samsare maya matram vivartate nirmamo nirahankaraha nishkama shobhate buddha buddhi pariyanta samsare. This samsara ends with the buddhi. The intellect is the ultimate end of samsara, all modification and change. And everything is maya matram vivartate. And including the buddhi, everything is coming under the scope of maya, meaning sattva guna, rajoguna, and tamoguna, the three powers of consciousness. Nirmamaha, nirahankaraha. This person, this man of realization or woman of realization is nirmamaha, is free of the thought of mind. This is my object. This is my glass. This is my this is my internet. This is my laptop. So many my's we have. My mobile phone, my car, my table, my torchlight, or my book, my notebook, my food, my chocolate. Nirmamaha, nirahankaraha, my and I, free of these two thoughts. Nishkamaha, no desires in him. Shobhate buddhaha, the wise person, shines all the time. The light of consciousness is shining. Akshayam gata santapam atmanam pashyato munehe kva vidya chakva va vishvam kva dehoham mameti va. Akshayam gata santapaha, the imperishable gata santapaha, free of all grief, atmanam, the self, pashyataha munehe, the muni, mananashilavan iti munihi, mauna bhavam yasya asti, saha munihi, munehe bhavam maunam. So the pashyataha munehe, the muni, the one who is a silent witness, he does not have any santapam. He does not have any kind of a anxiety. He does not have any kind of a heat of worry, sorrow, sadness, grief. It is all gone. It has left him. Akshayam. The consciousness is imperishable. That alone is there. Everything else is gone. Kva vidya kvachava kvava vishwam. Where is the question of knowledge for him? Knowledge you need only when there is darkness. There is no darkness. He is the very form of awareness, the very form of light. Kvachava vishwam. If he is only awareness, and in this world everything is perceived with awareness, if he understands that he is only awareness, where is the question of this world at all? There is no world that is seen. Kva dehaha aham mametiva. Where is the question of my body, this body? This body also does not exist. His consciousness becomes manifest in the entire universe as that one consciousness, and he sees this body also like every other bodies in this whole universe. This was the experience of Arjuna in the Vishwarupa. This was that consciousness which he had in the Vishwarupa Darshana. Dehaha aham mama itiva. Where is the question of my body or I am this body? It is not. Arjuna saw his own body. Arjuna saw himself as Arjuna standing in the Mahabharata war, and Arjuna saw Krishna also. In that whole canvas that he saw everything. Mama itiva. It is like seeing ourselves in a movie. in the movie, we are only seeing, even if we have acted in the movie and the movie is being played, and maybe in the Mahabharata war, we are playing in that movie, we are seeing ourselves also as some character. What we are seeing is not us. The person who is seeing is outside of the canvas. In the same way, the person with this kind of a universal consciousness is seeing all the time everything like a movie, like a picture. He is not seeing it as I am this person seeing this thing around me. That thought is not there. निरोधादीनि कर्माणि जहाति जडधीर्यदि मनोरथान् प्रलापांश्च कर्तुमाप्नोत्यतत् क्षणात् निरोधादीनि कर्माणि. All the actions, practices, including the control of the mind, nirodhadini karmani, jahati jadadhiryadi, jadadhihi yadi. The one of dull intellect, if he gives up all actions like control of the mind or practicing pranayama, meditation and all that, manorathan pralapamsha kartum apnoti yatat kshanat. Atat kshanat. So what happens to a foolish person who gives up all practices? So here the warning is not to imagine ourselves to be realized. When realization happens, in that case, this person doesn't need anything. No practices are required. But until that realization really happens, all our sadhanas have to be with us. Because what will happen if the person gives up all sadhana? Manorathan pralapanscha. Manorathan means he will be traveling on the high horse of the galloping mind. Pralapan, he will be just, as and when people come by, my life is so bad, everything is so boring, I don't know what to do, I don't have enough money. He will be telling all his problems all the time to others. So, kartum, apnoti, atat kshanat. From that very moment, meaning idle mind is a devil's workshop. That's all. The person who imagines that he has realized, but he has not actually realized, and he gives up all sadhana, he gives up all practice, then his mind will be engaging in fanciful thinking and worrying, anxiety, and grieving over things, talking about losses, all that will happen. So it is actually a warning to people to not to know whether we are a prepared student or an unprepared student. If we are a prepared student for the truth, then there is no need to do all this. But if we are still unprepared, there's a long way to go. We have to hold on to all the practices. Mandashrutvapi tadvastu najahati vimudhatam nirvikalpo bahir yatnat antar vishaya lalasaha. Mandaha, the dull person. Now, it is not about the realized person. It is about the person who is not realized. That is all of us together. Mandaha, the dull one. Shrutva, hearing, api, that about that reality. Na jahati, he does not give up his material pleasures in this world. Vimudatam, that delusion. Nirvikalpaha, with mental fluctuations all suppressed. Bahihi yatnat, suppressing all his desires, controlling all the desires, and through effort, antaha vishaya lalasaha. He is outwardly he may be appearing as if he is suppressing all desires, but internally he is given to a lot of mental fluctuations. In the Bhagavad Gita also, this verse is there. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. The other meaning is given here, the opposite meaning of this verse. Param drishtva nivartate, the one who has seen the truth. Vishaya vinivartante, even if he is engaging in the world of matter, niraharasya dehinaha. There is no ahara in the body. There is no desires in the body. Rasavarj, Not only not taking the objects from outside, inside also there is no craving for the objects. Rasaha api asya param drishtva nivartate. That juice of craving also has gone, has been absorbed by that supreme which he has seen within. Jnana karmayo loka drishtyapi karma krit napnotyavasaram kartum vaktumeva na kinchana. Jnanat galita karma yaha. The one whose actions, meaning the desire to do more and more actions, has gone because of the entry of knowledge, of thought, of the consciousness, the purity. Karma krita na apnoti avaram kartum. He loka drishtya, the sight of ordinary people, also api karma krita, doing work, na apnoti avasaram kartum. Even though he may appear to do actions in the sight of ordinary people of the world, he does not really have any scope or opportunity for doing actions. Na kinchana, he whose work has dropped off with the dawn of wisdom gets no occasion to do or to say something, even though in the eyes of ordinary people he may be appearing to do work. Kvatama kvaprakasho va hanam kvachana kinchana nirvikarasya dhirasya niratankasya sarvadam. Kva tamaha, kva prakashaha. Where is the question of tamoguna or dullness of mind? Where is the question of sattva guna or brightness of mind? Hanam kvacha na kinchana. Where is the loss? There is no loss. Nirvikarasya dhirasya. For the dhira, the wise person who is free of all modifications of mind, niratankasya, whose mind is not perturbed by anything that can cause fear. Fearless mind, niratankasya. We say atankvadi for terrorists, right? Atanka is the one who creates fear in other people's minds. Niratanka is one who is fearless. Sarvada. At all times he is fearless because that fear is also thought, the fear is also feeling, and all feelings and all emotions and all desires have left this person. He is endowed with only that consciousness which alone remains. How many more verses are there? Let me see if we can do it or we need to postpone for tomorrow. One second. Even if I see so many times, I'm not able to grasp the number, to have a plan. There are quite a few verses. This chapter has got so many verses. Okay, it's a long way to go. I think verse 78 verses. We are in 78. What is this? Okay, 1 minute. (78) 98 verses are there. 98, 99. There is a mismatch somewhere. Oh, the pages are 370, 391, and then 391. Yeah, there are 391 verses. So we will continue tomorrow. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसोर्मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम बोले श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेवा हरि ओम।